I have a love-hate relationship with survival horror games. They're so fun, they're immersive, but at the same time, I'm not very good at them. One of the things I struggle with is resource management. I'm always out of ammo and health, and this is something I've noticed ever since I started playing horror games. I mean, survival horror, that genre, it's all about resource management and being efficient. I mean, look at these shots here. Like, I'm missing like everything. But what's really bad is like I have no ammo, so I don't even have enough ammo to miss. Like that's how bad it is. As far as missing, I also have a problem with um, changing the sensitivity to like suit my playstyle. I have a tendency to just be stubborn about it. So it's like I don't want to get into like the settings and change the sensitivity. I find it like annoying sometimes. Yeah, I'll do it with some games, but in this case, I was already like, this is the final boss, right? Like I'm already like at the ending of the game, so I was just like, let me just like finish it like the way the settings are, and yeah, it didn't go well. The Dead Space remake is the latest survival horror game I played, and I found myself recalling some of the classics from back when I was a kid. Games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and the underrated Parasite Eve. And I found myself remembering how much I struggled to play these games for various reasons, one of them being that they stressed me out and gave me anxiety. When it comes to Dead Space, the eerie atmosphere is really unmatched and reminded me of Alien and The Thing. The survival horror genre has always separated itself from other genres by putting you into stressful yet enjoyable situations. I think that the stressful situations throughout Dead Space can make things a little bit more difficult for me because it's like it makes me less likely to want to explore and get the fuck off this ship. But on the other hand, I should explore so that I could get more ammo, health, and upgrades. I guess it depends on how I feel in the moment and whether or not it's worth it to explore. I should also add that I'm not a big fan of jump scares, and this game has a lot of them. They're creeping and crawling everywhere, but I think they do it in a very creative way where you'll think you're safe, but you're really not, and they could come out of like a vent, like out of nowhere. And I think they implemented it nicely with the music and the sound effects you can hear in the background. Sometimes you can hear creatures in the background, and it's constantly keeping you alert, and you have to be careful what you're doing. And see, this is like an example of something that I find enjoyable and it's fun, but it's also stressful. It's anxiety inducing for me because I'm having fun and enjoying this game, but at the same time it's like, oh man, I don't really want to explore right now. I don't really want to go into like a random area because I might get like attacked by a bunch of fucking aliens and shit. And that's exactly what happens. Like, there's a couple of times in this game where I decided to go into like a room that was kind of off course, and it turned into like a booby trap, and I'm like, now I have to fight a bunch of these monsters, and I'm like, oh fuck, like this is really hard, like this is really difficult because I'll be with little to like no ammo, or I'll have the ammo and then I'll end up wasting it, and then I'll feel stupid, and I'll feel like, oh man, I shouldn't have explored that area. But maybe I'm just playing the game wrong, like, I think that I'm starting to realize, just like from reflecting, that I'm pretty bad at survival horror games. I don't even think it's a skill issue. It's just more of a mental thing where I just don't want to feel like the anxiety and the stress. So when I'm playing a game like this, I would much rather um probably like next time I play a game like this, I'm probably going to just put it on easy mode because I love the stories. Resident Evil 2, the remake, was amazing, and I beat that game on normal, but I want to try it on easy because I feel like when it comes to horror games, I think easy mode is more enjoyable for me because of I guess I just get really into the game. I get really immersed into it. So there are people that they like that feeling, they love it, and more power to them. That's awesome. But for me, it's like, oh fuck, like shit's fucking stressful. Like I don't like feeling like I'm in like a safe environment and then all of a sudden a fucking creature comes out of the fucking vents, and it's funny sometimes. I'll have a laugh here and there, but then I'm also like, whoa, like I kind of didn't want to go through that right now. Like I'm trying to do something else here, like maybe craft an item. But yeah, that's Dead Space for you. So yeah, it's a pretty good game. I recommend it to anybody who is into the horror genre. And um also like the shooting in this game, it's so satisfying. The combat is just amazing. I definitely highly recommend it. It's a dope game. For my final thoughts, I think my love hate relationship with survival horror is aligned with the whole point of the genre, and it's a learning lesson for me in that without preparation, patience, and being resourceful, I'm more likely to feel anxious. I'm more likely to feel stressed out. And I know it's a video game, but this can also be seen as a lesson that can be taken with me into the real world. So the question shouldn't be whether or not I'm bad at survival horror, but whether or not I'm learning something valuable from it.